Good morning, you guys. I just wanted to do a very fast video for you guys this morning before my household wakes up because I won't be able to do it later. And I would not have known this information if it wasn't for my husband, who is quite business savvy. So I was just thinking, hey, I bet there's a lot of artists out there that don't know about this new program that the government has put in place that you may qualify for some loans and other assistance due to COVID-19. So I wanted to let you know about the CARES Act that was just passed late in March. And as of April 3rd, people could start applying. And I think for most artists, they'll have to wait till April 10th. But let's get right into some of this information. And let me just tell you, I am not a financial advisor. I'm an artist. If you look at my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of watercolor tutorials. So I highly recommend that you go to the federal government's websites, which I will link below, and check out for yourself what is available and what the stipulations are and what you can and cannot expect from financial assistance from the government if you are an artist. This also includes apparently gig economy workers. So if you drive Uber, I don't know if you are an Airbnb host, I don't know if you apply. You can apply, but I would definitely look into it if I was you, because they're expanding unemployment, and a lot of people who normally couldn't apply for unemployment will be able to with the expanded unemployment benefits through the CARES Act. So what is the CARES Act stand for? I'm going to be reading from my paper a lot, so sorry. So the CARES Act is the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. What does it include? It includes several different things, one of which is the Paycheck Protection Program. And you may say to yourself, well, I work for myself, that won't apply. But this does apply to people who are self-employed, gig economy workers, freelancers, and contractors. So I would think that that would include at least some of you artists out there. So, okay, so it's designed to help companies with payroll. You can borrow 2.5 times your average eligible monthly payroll costs. And I don't know how you figure that out. You have to look at your taxes and how much you made per month, and your bank will probably be able to help you with this. Okay, let me not stray from my script because I don't know what I'm talking about. I got this information online from an article that Forbes published, so I trust their information. So the interest rates are not allowed to go over 4%. Some of the loans may be forgiven. The loans will be easier to acquire than regular loans. And you can get the loans forgiven if you use the money to pay for qualifying payroll, mortgage interest, rent, or utility payments over the covered 8-week period. I'm not sure what the 8-week period is. If you do have employees, there's other stipulations, so you need to look into that. Payments will be deferred for 6 months. You should probably go to your bank to find out how to apply to them, because some banks are set up to work with the federal government on this and some are not, but they are increasing the number of banks. I know that Bank of America is one. If you bank at Bank of America, go to your bank and ask them how to apply for this special loan. And it's the Paycheck Protection Program. And some of them are probably going to be misinformed, just to tell you. So make sure that you educate yourself on whether or not you can apply to these loans. So sole proprietors can start applying April 3rd. Independent contractors and self-employed can begin to apply April 10th. Okay, so that's one part of the CARES Act. Here's another part. It's an expanded U.S. Small Business Administration Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. That's a lot for me to say, y'all. I'm saying it for you. because this is not my comfort zone, but I really want to put information out there that may be of assistance to my artist peeps out there. I love you guys. All right, so it offers assistance to homeowners, businesses, and renters. So this is not just for businesses in specific disaster areas. So you have to find out if you're in the correct disaster area. And I don't know if this is US wide or just in specific areas. Someone in the comments tell me, fill in some of the gaps in my knowledge, please. If your loan is approved, this is the interesting part. If your loan is approved, you can get a $10,000 advance, which you do not have to repay. So this is really worth it to look into to see if you can apply for this, because that's 10,000 bucks, y'all. That would be very nice to have. Okay, so I have a specific website to go to apply to this particular part of the program, and it's covid19relief.sba.gov/#. So I will link that below, because don't get it wrong, because there's probably going to be all kinds of fake websites trying to get your money and scams. So please be careful out there, and please only go to federal government websites, and I will provide links to those in the description of this video below. The next part of the program that may be helpful to artists and the self-employed gig workers, even those who have been underemployed, apparently, who have normally not been able to go to unemployment and get unemployment assistance. The unemployment program is being expanded under the CARES Act. So it's called Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And if you go to your unemployment office, they will probably have a lot more information that's very accurate. But I think there's going to be a lot of confusion about this because it's rolling out so fast. So just be patient with the process and educate yourself. So it's being expanded to include more people than it did before, including the self-employed, independent contractors, or those with a limited work history. If, this is a big if, you're unable to work because of the COVID-19 crisis. The unemployed will get an additional $600 a week, okay? A week, until July 31st. So basically, midsummer, you'll be able to get $600 a week. In addition, this says an additional. I don't know if that means you'll get more than $600 a week or what, but furloughed workers are eligible to apply. So if you were working and had a real job and you were furloughed, as many of us artists have 2 jobs, and you got furloughed, you can apply for this. Okay. Also, there's some updated tax provisions. In addition to that $1,200 or so most Americans are going to get, unless you make over like some 6-figure amount in your household. Okay, here's some more tax provisions. You may be eligible for a refundable tax credit if your gross receipts decline by more than 50% for the comparable quarter from last year. So let me say that again. You may be eligible for a refundable tax credit if your gross receipts decline by more than 50% for the comparable quarter last year. Okay, so educate yourself on this stuff, you guys. If your Paycheck Protection Program loan is not deemed eligible to be forgiven, you will be able to delay payroll tax payment. So this stuff is all complicated. So you really need to look into this and educate yourself quite carefully if you're thinking about trying to get some of these assistance programs. So that's in addition to the recovery checks that many Americans are slated to receive. So, in summary, educate yourself, go to these websites and poke around at least and see if you think you might qualify. If you are an artist, or you are possibly an artist working and your other job has been affected, you should also look into at least the unemployment part of this. So I hope that's helpful. If you're interested in painting, Please subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every week. And this is an additional video. And I hope it gives you guys some information that you were not aware of. So I hope you guys are all well and doing great. Take care. Bye.